video today, we're going to be showing a custom center console build that we did on this Lsx Suburban. We started out with a bare shell or bare floor made out of metal. Here we're basically making our sides to the center console. This was kind of angled, so we did have to put a cut through the middle of it and angle both pieces because of the way that the center console was made. We had to make it fit like this. He did want to incorporate a tablet and cup holders, so we wanted to make sure that we could fit all that with the width of the center console. The tablet was very large, it was around 10 inches, so we had to make sure we had the width correct to be able to fit it in there. Here we're making all of our pieces to be able to attach our fleece and nylon to, so that we could fiberglass the top of the center console. We're hot gluing all of our wood pieces in so that they would actually stay in place when we actually do the fiberglass over the top of it. You can see each one of the pieces here mounted with a piece of wood underneath it just to hold it into place. Here we're wrapping our nylon on top. Usually we use fleece, but we want to go with something a little bit thinner, so we used a nylon based with polyester resin to be able to make the top of it out of fiberglass. Basically we put 2 ashtrays and a 10-inch tablet integration piece in, so it will just slide right in. We ended up fiberglassing the sides as well, just to basically make the transition pretty super smooth. That way there's no large crease in the middle. It took a lot of body work to get this straight. There was a lot of waves and imperfections and small pits, so we wanted to make sure that we got all that completely smooth before we attached the leather on top. Once you put it on there, you can't get it back off. These are our 2 side pieces that we made that were actual trim panels to go over the top. We actually routed a design into there, and these will become our new outside pieces that will sit on top of the actual center console. Here we're actually wrapping them in the brown leather that we were supplied with. This is what the customer chose to go with. We thought it was a really good color. It's almost like a cocoa or a Java brown. And then he chose to do plaid on the middle parts, which we thought looked really awesome. Here we covered all the trim pieces for the outside of the center console. The pieces turned out way better than we ever expected. We didn't know how this was going to look with the multiple different fabrics, but we thought it turned out really nice. The brown and the light tan actually contrast itself really well, and it really looks nice with the whole theme that he's got going on with the Suburban. We had to do a little bit more body work before we started to cover it with leather, but it took us some time, but we actually got it all looking pretty smooth and clean. Here we're covering the top of it with the leather, and you can see the tablet installed just so how it'll slide right in. Here you can see the center console pieces are all completely covered and attached. It looks so clean with the theme that he has going on in this vehicle with the yellow and the plaid and the brown. We think that the color choices he chose actually turned out to look really nice. We did end up making an extension piece that came off the center console so that he could set his air ride controller on top, and we put some cup holders in there so that way he could actually put some drinks in the center console. He didn't want them in the front part only because they would be kind of in the way of where his arm is, so we wanted to move it back a little bit and put some cup holders there. This picture will show you kind of where we put the cup holders at. We took these pictures actually at World of Wheels when it was featured in the car show. He actually got the seats reupholstered and new carpet in. So this kind of shows what the finished product looks like.